Namaste. We are going to continue with the same practice that we've been doing this month. The idea here is that when we can mindfully repeat a particular habit, it's going to bring us a sense of structure and support. So we'll do the same asana sequence. You know it a little bit better now. So perhaps that will give you a little more chance to go inward, rely on what I'm saying less, and have a different kind of experience of going into an asana practice. I will remind you that we're going to use a support at one point, a block or a small stool, so you should get that available now, or since you knew it was coming, perhaps you already have it. Start in Samastiti. I'll remind you of the really high value of this posture because it's something that is quite similar to what we're doing often during the day, being upright. And if you find yourself in a position where you are running around in several directions at once, doing too many things, if you can just stop for a moment, root your feet down into the floor, we are creating a samskara here, a familiar behavior of when I come to Samastiti, it helps me bring my attention in, helps me root down, slow down, so I can just take a moment here, take a breath, and perhaps proceed with a little bit more equanimity. We'll begin with the right arm behind the back. If it's comfortable for your shoulder, you're going to place the whole forearm in the small of the back. If it's better for you to have your hand down in the sacrum, that's also fine. Once you have it there, see if you can soften into that position. As you inhale, we're going to take the left arm and bring it forward and up. Move very slowly. Find your slow moving breath flow. As you exhale, keep your weight balanced under your feet as you bend forward, letting your head hang, your arm dangle, and we'll stay for a breath. Inhaling, feel your feet against the floor. Exhale, give into gravity's pull, relax your neck. And inhale, float your arm forward, open your chest, come all the way up to the top. And as you exhale, slowly bring your arm down the front. We're going to keep with the left arm, and then on inhale, raise the arm, left arm forward and up. Keeping your balance under your feet and forward as you exhale. Feel your belly button coming into your spine. Bend your knees rather than push into your heels. We'll stay for 2 breaths here. The neck is relaxed, the face is relaxed, hanging into gravity. If you want more stretch in the backs of the legs, lift your sit bones towards the ceiling. After 2 breaths, stay connected in your feet as you take your left arm forward, open your chest and bring yourself all the way up to the top. And then with your slow, long exhale, lower the arm down the front. One more time, we're still working with the left arm. Inhale, raise the left arm forward and up. Hug your belly button into your spine and bend down as you exhale. Feel the pull of gravity on your head, on your arm. Stay for 3 breaths this time. Relax your neck and your face as much as possible. Stay connected in your feet, and if you want more stretch in the backs of the legs, think of your feet reaching down and your sit bones reaching up. When you're finished with 3 breaths, come up with a slow inhale, And then bring your arm down as slowly as your exhale will allow. Relax your breath, steady your gaze. And as you're ready, release the right arm to the side, Samastiti. Make this a familiar place of Sthira Sukha, a familiar place of being easeful and steady. Feet are evenly balanced and rooting down into the floor. The legs are long and strong. The spine is upright. The chest is open but soft. Shoulders dropped. Crown of the head lifting up. We'll bring the left arm behind the back and do the second side. With the inhale, take your right arm slowly forward and up. Feel your feet underneath you and exhale, bend down. Keep your balance even under your feet as you release into the forward bend. Relax the neck and shoulders. Face is easy. One breath here. And then as you inhale, float your right arm forward and open your chest. Come up to the top. With the exhale, slowly bring the right arm down the front. As slow as that exhale can be, that's how slowly you move the arm. Second repetition. Inhale, right arm floats forward and up. Belly hugging into the spine with the exhale. Fold forward, stay connected to the feet. Feel gravity's pull. 2 slow breaths here. After the second breath, we use the inhale to float the right arm, open the chest, lift up to the top. And slowly bring the right arm down the front. Last time. Inhale, raise the right arm forward and up. Keep your sense of the feet evenly balanced front to back. As you exhale, hug your belly button in. You want the navel lifting up towards the spine and the upper body releasing towards the floor. Feel gravity. 3 slow breaths, please. Feel the heaviness in the head. Let it drop down towards the floor. After your 3 breaths, inhale, float the right arm, open the chest, stand up. Bring the right arm slowly down the front. Relax the breath. Release your left arm. Samastiti. Familiar ground. Let this familiar ground be a cue to come back into the present. We'll take a wide stance in preparation for Parvati Trikonasana. Please feel your feet rooting down into the floor. Notice your legs and the position of the pelvis. These things are going to remain steady as we do our initial twist. We're going to try to keep the pelvis still. Oh, sorry. This is where you may need a prop. There's something in the center between the legs. The purpose there is that you get the palm down. We're going to do this a little bit differently. We're going to just do one side, 1, 2, 3 breaths, one side, and then we'll do the other side. So we're not alternating back and forth as we usually do in the twisted triangle. When your hands are at your sides, please have them touching the outsides of the legs. Once again, feel your feet. Notice the position of the pelvis. Both of the hip points are pointing straight forward. We're going to try to keep them there when we do that small twist at the beginning. So just the left side. Inhale, float the arms out wide. Keep your feet even and your pelvis still. As you exhale, turn just a little bit to the left. You can't go far without moving your pelvis. We'll stay there and take an inhale. Then with the exhale, we're going to twist. Bring the right hand down to the prop. Bring your left hand behind your back, or your hand can be on the floor if your hand is straight. We're staying for one breath. Feel both of your feet touching the floor. Feel those 3 points, 2 feet, 1 hand. Then inhale, lift yourself back up to the top. And as you exhale, move slowly to bring the arms down to the sides, touching the outsides of the legs. Now we're going to go in the same direction again. Inhale, float the arms out wide. Pelvis is still. As you exhale, twist a little bit, just above the waist. Stay while you inhale. With the exhale, we're reaching down into the twist. The right hand goes to the floor, the prop, left hand behind the back. Feel those 3 points. 2 breaths this time. As you exhale, pull your belly into your spine. You can twist a little bit more by pulling your belly back without moving your hips. 1 more breath. Then stay even on your feet as you inhale and come up. And bring the arms slowly down on your exhale. Touch the outsides of the thighs. Last breath, or last repetition. Inhale, float the arms wide. Keep the pelvis steady. Exhale and twist the upper body just a little bit without turning your belly button. Stay while you inhale. And reach down with the exhale. Right hand is down, left hand behind the back. 3 breaths this time. Steady against the floor as you inhale. 2 feet, 1 hand. Exhale, navel to spine. You can turn the head and look up if your neck is fine with that. 2 more breaths. Now feel your feet against the floor. Float up to the top. Both feet standing steadily on the floor. And with your exhale, slowly your arms come down. Touch the outsides of the legs. Pause a moment. We're going to come to Samastiti. Feel that sense of common ground. Feeling the sense of coming back to this point where you know how you're steady, you know how you're easeful. Recognize this place of balance in the body and equanimity in the mind. Let's take the wide stance again. Now we're twisting towards the right side. You still have your prop there. If you need to have something underneath your hand to get your arm straight and your palm flat, please use it. Feel where your pelvis is. Keep the hips still. Inhale, float the arms out wide. Keep your pelvis steady. Rotate to the right. Stay and inhale here. And then as you exhale, twist down. Place your hand on the prop on the floor. Right hand behind the back. Left hand is down. 1 breath. Feel both feet. Be even on the feet and feel the pressure into the hand. Inhale, float up to the top. And with the exhale, bring the arms slowly down. Touch the outer thighs. Second repetition. Inhale, float the arms. Steady the legs and the pelvis. Small turn to the right. And stay while you breathe in. Go down into the twist as you exhale. Right hand behind the back, left hand to the floor. Head can turn if the neck is comfortable. 2 breaths. After 2 breaths, feel your feet. Stay even on your feet as you come up to the top on your inhale. And exhale, lower the arms slowly down. Last repetition. Inhale, float the arms. Feel where your legs, feet, and hips are. Keep them there. And exhale, turn the upper body just a little bit to the right. And take an inhale here. And bend down. On your exhale, steady the hand and the feet. 3 breaths. Notice your left heel. Make sure you're still reaching down evenly through your left foot. Once you're finished with the 3 breaths, feel your feet against the floor. Inhale and lift up to the top. And exhale, slowly bring the arms down. Touch the outer thighs. You can move your prop and step the feet to Samasthiti again. Relax the breath. Feel the sense of sthira sukha in the body. Mind focused. Noticing the small details. The balance under the feet, a sense of awakeness in the legs, a sense of standing at your full height, and being at ease there. We're going to go to the wide stance again. You won't need your prop unless you decide you want it, because we're going to take the arms behind us and interlace, or not interlace, but hold the elbows. If that doesn't work well for your shoulders, you can place your hands on your sacrum instead. Let's take the wide stance. Reach behind you and hold your elbows. You're going to feel that pressing the forearms into the back a little bit. And if not, you're going to put your hands on your sacrum. Notice your feet. Make sure you're not rolling to the outsides of the feet. That you're even the front and the back of the foot. We'll stay here and inhale. We're going to go into the forward bend and stay for 6 breaths. Draw the navel into the spine without pushing your weight into your heels. Pull your belly to your spine and bend down slowly as you exhale. Fix your gaze behind you. Relax your face and stay for 6 breaths. Feel the heaviness of the head. Let it pull down gently on the spine. When you're finished with the 6 breaths, use your inhale to come slowly up. And then exhale, release your arms, place your hands on your outer thighs. Relax your breathing. Take a moment. And then step yourself back into Samasthiti at the back of the mat. Returning to this familiar position, let the sense of familiarity remind you to come to a calm and present focus. repetition can be supportive, as I mentioned, but also repetition could cause you to go into space out mode. Like, do you really pay attention perfectly the whole time you're brushing your teeth, or you just brush your teeth and think about something else? Now, I'm not saying you couldn't brush your teeth and pay attention. That would be great. But when you come to samastiti, make sure it's in an attentive, present awareness of what's happening in this particular iteration of samastiti that's happening right now. We're going to move into Ardha Utkatasana, the half squat, staying for a breath each time we go down. We are rounding forward quite a bit here, and you are going to be, curled up into a little ball. But see if you can curl up into a little ball without tensing up into the little ball. See if you can find that fine line that even while you bring yourself closer to your torso, closer to your legs, you're not bringing tension to the shoulders. When your arms are down, you're going to be touching your hands to the outsides of the legs. Feel your feet. Keep the breath long, keep it calm. Inhale, arms float forward and up. With the exhale, we're going to bend the knees, cup the hands over the kneecaps, bring your elbows close to the legs, round the spine gently, stay for a breath here. Pull your navel to your spine, drop your chest closer to your thighs. Feel your feet. Inhale, float your arms up and open your chest. Push all the way up tall. Exhale, draw your navel in and lower your arms down the front. Feel the outsides of the legs. Second repetition. Inhale, float up. Hug the navel to the spine and bend down. Cup your kneecaps, let your elbows softly rest on the legs or near the legs. Spine is rounded for one breath. See if you can find that sense of curling inward but not bringing tension. And then inhale, float up. Arms down with your slow, long exhale. Third time. Inhale, float the arms forward and up. Exhale, draw the navel into the spine, bend the knees. Gently cup the kneecaps. Rest your arms on your legs. Take a breath, curled up into this little ball. Feel that your heels are flat down on the floor. Inhale, float up. And exhale, bring the arms down slowly. Keep the breath smooth. We have 3 more repetitions. Inhale, arms forward and up. Draw the navel to the spine and bend down. Cup the knees, soften your shoulders. Stay for one breath. Notice your feet against the floor. And when you come up, I'd like you to really push through your heels as you open the chest, straighten the legs, feel your back legs working as you come up tall. And exhale, slowly bring the arms down the front. Lengthen that exhale. Twice more. Inhale, float the arms forward and up. Draw the belly in as you exhale and fold down. Soften, stay for a breath. Connect down to the floor. Feel the navel to the spine, chest coming close to the thighs. Up with the inhale. Stay connected into your feet. Slowly, arms come down with exhale. Final repetition. Keep the breath smooth. Inhale, raise the arms. hug the belly in and bend down as you exhale. And stay for one breath. Use your inhale to float up. And the exhale to bring the arms down. Relax the breath, samastiti. Notice where your mind is. If it went off, bring it back. And what's the mind going to do when the body's taking a rest? Notice your feet. Feel those 3 points. See if you can relax your toes while you stay grounded to the ball of the big toe, ball of the little toe, center of the heel. Check out your legs. If you tend to hyperextend, notice if you're doing that and give yourself some muscular support around your joints. Feel what's going on in the pelvis. We're not tucking the tail under or sticking the tail out, but letting the pelvis settle. The spine, is it lifting? Does your chest feel open but not thrust? Shoulders? Any tension in the neck? How are you holding your head and your gaze? What's happening with the breath even when it's relaxed? Okay, we're going to come down to sit on the heels. If sitting directly on the heels is a lot for you, you could try taking your blanket and putting that on your heels. Maybe you'll still get some stretch in your feet like that. Preparing for our little vinyasa with a child's pose and a downward facing dog. If you know that your forehead doesn't go to the floor when you're in child's pose, I'd like you to please bring your blanket, your block, and place it in front of you. We definitely want the head to be resting comfortably, fully, not just reaching towards the floor, but we want the neck to be relaxed so the head comfortably comes down to the floor or use a prop. Let's come down onto all fours. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. As far as the hands go, feel the rim of the palm. You don't need to push the middle of the palm flat down. In fact, we like to have it a little bit lifted, but the rim of the palm, especially you're going to want to be aware of the ball of the index finger when we're going to downward facing dog. But feel that rim of the palm. Inhale slowly through the nose. Let your chest just gently expand. And then slowly tuck your tail under, bring your hips back towards your heels. Soften your elbows. Go down into child's pose, and here's where we want the forehead making contact with the floor or your prop. Stay for a breath. Relax the neck. Inhale, come to all fours. Feel the rim of the palm. Exhale, tuck your toes under and raise your hips towards the ceiling. Keep your knees a little bit bent at first and make sure you've got full length from hands to sit bones. We're staying for one breath. And then inhale, slowly bring the knees down. Feel the rim of the palm. Push the floor away. Open the chest. Engage your pelvic floor as you tuck your tail under, soften your elbows. Bring your hips back to the heels. Forehead resting on the floor or your prop. Relax your neck. 2 breaths here. Then it's an inhale to bring yourself back up onto all fours. Exhale, hug the belly in, push the floor away, feel the rim of the palm, raise the sit bones up towards the ceiling. Take 2 breaths. Pushing the floor away with the hands, reaching towards the ceiling with the sit bones. Knees bent if you like. If your legs are straight, you can start to reach your heels down towards the floor. Then inhale, slowly bring your knees down to the floor. Keep pushing the floor away with the hands. Engage the pelvic floor and tuck your tail under as you bring your hip back to the heels. Soften the elbows. Rest the forehead down on the floor or your prop. 3 breaths this time. Feel where you're touching the floor. Hands, elbows, knees, shins, top of feet, top of the big toe. After your 3 breaths, inhale to all fours again. Tuck your toes, engage the pelvic floor, pull your navel to your spine as you push the floor away and raise your hips to the ceiling. 3 breaths. Then with the inhale, the knees go to the floor. Keep awareness in the hands. Once again, tuck your tail and move your hips back to your heels. Rest the forehead down. And then we're going to relax the breath in child's pose for a moment. Okay, we're going to turn onto the back. And have your blanket handy. And if you want it under your head at the moment, go ahead and do that. Resting on the back with the knees bent so you can feel your feet against the floor. Turn your palms up and open the arms, the hands wider than the mat, and feel your shoulder blades against the floor. Relax the soles of the feet against the floor and the back of the head against the floor. Feel gravity pulling the body down towards the floor. Okay, Dvipadapidam. If you have something behind your head, take it out just for this pose, please. Bring the arms down to the sides. Take an extra moment to pay attention to the alignment of your legs and the feet. So you don't want the feet wider so that the knees drop in towards each other, nor the reverse. You want to have those heels right in line with the sit bones. And when we go up into the pelvic lift, be mindful that you don't roll over onto the pinky side of the foot and that your knees don't come apart. We're going to keep this alignment. So we should feel the ball of the big toe, the ball of the little toe, the middle of the heel against the floor, and that should remain constant throughout the entire pose. We're going back to our pattern of staying 1, then 2, then 3 breaths. Feet well grounded against the floor. Eyes closed if that's comfortable for you. With the inhale, raise the hips to the ceiling and reach the arms back to the floor behind you. Notice your feet against the floor. Keep them steady there. Stay here. Take an exhale and then engage your abdominals, your buttocks, your back thighs. Stay and take an inhale. And then use your exhale to come down slowly, pulling your belly button into your spine and rolling through the lower back if that works for you. And up again with the inhale. Press against both feet. Raise the hips. Stretch up and back with the arms. Keep your steady stance on your feet. Your inner thighs are working. Your buttocks are working. 2 breaths this time. As you pull the belly button in and exhale, raise the hips up a little bit. Keep your inner thighs working. After 2 breaths, use your exhale to come down slowly. Use your whole exhale. Last one. Inhale, raise the hips and stretch up and back with the arms. 3 breaths this time. And then down slowly with your exhale. And relax into gravity. So some of you may have already noticed this. I'm sorry, I forgot one of the standing poses. We're not going to go back and stand up. It would be disruptive at this point, so we're not having our Virabhadrasana, which means you're going to get an extra long time for relaxing and breathing at the end. We're going now into our Urdhva Ekapadangustasana, the lifting of the leg, which leads directly into the twist. You may want to have your props over on your left side if you want some support underneath your knee when you go to the twist, or throughout this you can also have your head supported by your blanket. So we're keeping the left foot on the floor, and we're going to bring the right knee towards the chest and interlace the fingers behind the back of the knee. Go ahead and let the gravity and the position of the arms and gravity pull your right thigh into your chest a little bit. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes and relax your face for a moment. Notice how this is tilting your pelvis. It's getting the sacrum and the lower back really pressed down into the floor. When we take our exhales and bend the knee in this position, we will allow that to happen. But while the leg is stretched up to the ceiling, we're going to try to have your tailbone down. So I want you to feel that position. Let your knee move out away from your chest slightly, and then you get the root of the sacrum, the tailbone, all the way down in the mat. Your back's going to have its little natural curve in it. So the left foot is still bent, you're feeling the floor. Hands are interlaced behind the back of the right leg to support it. Keep your tailbone down on the floor and inhale, extend the right leg up towards the ceiling. We'll stay here for a breath. And then we're going to use an exhale to bend the knee. As you bend your knee, you can pull the leg in close to the belly and feel your pelvis tilt a little bit, flatten the back down. And then inhale, move the knee out away from the chest and then straighten the leg up. So you can feel a little space behind your lumbar spine. Keep your shoulders dropping, 2 breaths this time. And when you're finished with the 2 breaths, use your exhale to bend the knee and pull it gently in towards the chest. Last one, move your right knee out away from the chest and then straighten the leg up. Use the hands behind the leg to support. Drop your shoulders down, be even at the back of the pelvis. 3 breaths this time. And then an exhale will bring the knee towards the chest. Bring your hands over the top of the knee this time. Hug it in close. Inhale and straighten the left leg out along the floor. And then with the exhale, move your knee over towards the floor on the left side. Roll over towards the left. Keep your right arm down rather low. Use a prop underneath your right knee if you want. And stay for 6 breaths. After you're finished with your 6 breaths, inhale to roll onto the back again. Exhale and slide your left heel in, bringing your left knee into the chest. So both knees are into the chest. Interlace your fingers and place your hands on top of the knees. Let your shoulders drop down, your elbows soften, your feet soften. Feel a little, the significant stretch in the lower back. Stay relaxed in the upper body. Hopefully because of the hand position, your shoulders can drop more than usual. I'm going to unlace the fingers and place the feet down on the floor. Turn your palms up. Once again, notice the feet against the floor, the alignment of the legs, so the knees are neither dropping in nor out. The upper body's relaxed. Head heavy, face relaxed. And we'll keep the right foot on the floor. Bring the left knee into the chest and interlace the hands behind the back of the left knee. Go ahead and feel how that position plus gravity brings you into a bit of a stretch with your back going flat. Relax the arms and the shoulders. And keep the hands clasped behind the back of the thigh. Move your knee out away from the chest and feel the difference in the lower back and the sacrum. Now you're going to think about your tailbone rooting down rather than your lower back pressing down. Your tailbone rooting down. Keep that. And inhale, reach the left foot to the ceiling. We'll stay for a breath here. Relax your shoulders. The knee may be bent, that's fine. After your one breath, bend your knee and hug it in towards the chest. Go ahead, let the back go flat. Your arms relax and are heavy. We'll go again, inhale. Move the knee away from the chest, then we'll lengthen up at the foot. 2 breaths. And then use an exhale to bend your knee and pull the knee into the chest. Back goes flat, foot relaxes. Last one, plant the tailbone down, extend the leg as you inhale. 3 breaths now. Keep letting your shoulders drop towards the floor. After 3 breaths, go bend the knee on an exhale. We're going to bring the hands over the top of the left knee. And then inhale, straighten the right leg out along the floor. And exhale, pull your left knee towards the floor on the right. Adjust your head. Let your left arm be rather low, below shoulder height. 6 breaths. And after your 6 breaths, inhale to return onto the back. Exhale, slide the right foot in, both knees into the chest, interlace your fingers, place your hands in the front of the knees or the shins, relax your shoulders and your feet and your face. Feel the lower back pulling down towards the mat. And then we're going to take the hands and cup them over the tops of the knees. Make sure that your feet are slightly separated. Relax your ankles, relax the feet. Drop your shoulders down towards the floor. Your elbows will be bent here. Make the neck comfortable. Feel free to use something behind the back if you want, a back of the head. As you inhale, move your knees out away from your chest a little bit so your chest and your belly can expand. Your elbows are going towards straight. They don't need to get all the way straight. Exhale, engage your pelvic floor. Pull your belly button into your spine and draw the knees in towards the chest. Let your shoulders drop. Feel your back stretch. Take a pause. Then inhale again. Feel the chest, then the belly. Rock the knees slightly out away from the chest. And engage the pelvic floor. Pull the belly button in. Gently rock the knees in towards the chest. You're going to feel your belly compress and your back stretch. Relax your shoulders and your face. Pause. And inhale, soften. Exhale, hug the belly in. Engage the pelvic floor. Pull the thighs in close. Soften the elbows and the face. Drop the shoulders. Float the knees away with the inhale. Relax the feet. Remember, they're not touching. Soften your face. Please do it 3 more times on your own. Lengthen, especially the exhale, and take a little pause after the exhale. When you're done, lower the feet one at a time to the floor. And take a moment with the feet touching the floor. Palms turned up, hands wider than the mat. Relax the belly. Let the breath move naturally. Feel gravity. It's tugging gently down. Feel your feet. Notice them rooting down into the floor. Relax the legs. Feel the back of the pelvis, sacrum. Relax the buttocks. Relax along the length of the spine. Relax around the shoulder blades. Check that they're flat. If you want to readjust a little bit, go ahead and do that. Relax the shoulders. Let the weight of the arms be held up by the floor. Palms and fingers soft. Soften the upper back, upper shoulder girdle, up the back of the neck. Soften the pit of the throat. Feel the heaviness of the head, but let gravity take it down to the floor so the floor holds up the weight of the head. And then we're going to move into final relaxation. If you're warm and comfortable, all you need to do is straighten the legs one at a time. Have them about as wide as your mat and just give in to gravity. If you need to make some readjustments, like covering up to stay warm, or if you want to place your blanket on your belly. If the lower back is sore, you can take a rolled up mat or towel underneath the knees. Of course, you can place something behind the head or the back of the neck. Make yourself comfortable. As soon as you're comfortably settled, again, be aware of gravity's pull. Let the body settle into that pull. The more it can settle into the pull and take the support of the floor, the more you can relax the body, doing less and less to hold yourself up. At this point, we want the breath to completely breathe itself. So, no effort in the breath, but attention on the breath. The breath is breathing itself. Gravity is pulling the body into a deeper and deeper relaxation. Let your attention come to the center of the forehead. Soften in that space, sometimes called the third eye. Move the attention up to the very top of the head. Soften at the top of the head. And then feel the back of the head. Let the back of the head drop down into the floor. Slide your attention down the neck to the top of to the juncture between the neck and the torso. Soften there. Soften at the spine and out to the shoulders. Relax down the length of the arms. And notice that your palms are facing the ceiling. When your hands are relaxed, they'll be slightly cupped probably with the fingers a little bit curled. Let them do that. Draw the attention back, up the arms. Soften in the armpits. Move the attention to the shoulder blades and let the shoulder blades be broad and soft. Move your attention down your spine as you go, releasing the back towards the floor and feeling space in the spine. Follow the spine all the way down to its base, going through the sacrum to the tailbone. Soften the sacrum down into the floor. Relax the pelvic girdle. Soften those strong buttocks muscles. Relax down your thighs. Feel the heaviness of the legs. Let that heaviness drop into the floor. Relax around your knees. And down the shins. Feel the backs of the heels resting against the floor, the ankles completely soft. And then bring a lot of space into the feet. Relax the arch and the toes. Feel the top of the foot and the front of the ankle relax. And then bring your awareness up your lower legs, finding softness up the shin, through the kneecap, and up the front thighs. Soften at the front of the pelvis near the pubic bone. Soften into the basin of the pelvis. Relax around the navel. Soften around your low ribs. Notice that the breath is breathing itself, no effort required. Relax up the length of the sternum, softening as you go. Bringing the awareness to the pit of the throat. And up to the chin and lower jaw. Relax around the mouth, the cheeks, the temples, soften the ears, relax around the eye sockets. Feel your eyeballs dropping down into the eye sockets. Soften your eyebrows. Across the forehead, up to the hairline. And then bring the attention once more to the center of the forehead. Soft attention at the third eye for a few more minutes of quiet relaxation. Body relaxed, breath breathing itself. Focusing at the center of the forehead and softening there. Notice the body relaxing. Feel gravity's pull. Notice the relaxed breath. Prepare for movement by gently lengthening and deepening the breath. As you're ready, you can move your fingers and toes slowly. Gradually work your way into a stretch. Feel the length of the body as you stretch long from fingers to toes. And as you're ready, release out of the stretch. Slowly turn onto your right side and draw the knees in close to the chest. And then slowly sit up. Find yourself a supported seat. Whether you're on the edge of a chair or up on a cushion or a blanket, please feel your sit bones. Feel the length of the spine. Spine lifting up out of that steady base that's provided by the pelvic girdle. Feel the two sit bones in contact with your seat. Then bring your attention back up to the center of the forehead. In fact, let's do this in case you weren't in class the other day. You can actually feel where the third eye is. There's a little indent. If you put your hand between your eyebrows and then slide up, there's a point where your finger will just kind of stop. So feel that point. And when we're talking about the point in the middle of the eyebrow, of the brow, the third eye, this is the point that we're working with. Once you have a sense of where that is, you can lower your hand back down. With a smooth and slow breath, we're going to inhale, imagining the breath moving from that point between the eyebrows down to the sit bones. And as you exhale, move back up towards the point between the eyebrows, towards the third eye. Inhale, breathe from the third eye down to the sit bones. You're going to notice it makes a tall, narrow triangle shape. And exhale, breathe up through the center of that triangular shape, back to the third eye. Inhale, center of forehead down to sit bones. Trace the geometrical shape of the triangle, very steady shape. And exhale, breathe back up through the center towards the third eye again. Continue like this, breathing from what's called Ajna chakra, the third eye, down to the mula, the root at the base, and then exhaling from the base up to the third eye. Forming that mental image of that tall, narrow triangle, that very stable shape as you do the breathing. As you're ready to release the breath, go ahead and allow it to move back to its resting breathing of itself. Be aware of the structure of the body, sitting on the sit bones. If you're on the chair, you have the stability of the chair underneath you, those 4 legs going down to the floor. If you're sitting cross-legged, you have a triangle from the tailbone to the 2 knees. Stable structure underneath us. Let the upper body be held up by that stable structure so that it doesn't have to do much to hold itself upright. Relax the breath and simply be aware of the geometrical structure and stability and how that informs the internal structure and stability. Prepare to move out of this meditation by slowly bringing the palms together in front of the chest. Keep your eyes closed for a moment. Feel the rim of the palm, the 2 rims touching each other, little space between the palm, the center of the palm, base of the thumbs at the base of the sternum. Feel once again your sit bones and the 3rd eye. And then slowly open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you. Be well. A little reminder or a little alert. The fall reset is coming up. It begins on the 23rd. If you'd like to participate, let me know. We also have a standalone event as part of that week, Tuesday evening, either here in Rensselaerville at the new library branch, the ambulance building, or it will also be on Zoom. And we're going to be talking about ojas. Ojas is the superfine substance that really is an indication or support of our vitality, our longevity. So how do we preserve or nourish ojas? That's the subject of the week, but also specifically of the workshop on Tuesday night. And we're going to be making something really delicious, which you can make along at home if you're not in person, ojas milk. And we'll also be showing you how to cure oil so you can go a step deeper with your abhyanga. So let me know if you want to participate in any of those things. All right, thank you. Have a great week. Be well.